Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Time again for another knife of the day. This is where I go through my collection one knife at a time, one day at a time. Today, the knife of the day is the brand new, this is a mail call, I just got this in and another knife, the brand new Spyderco Caly 3 Sprint Run with HAP 40 steel. This is the first I've been trying to buy. I have bought all of the HAP 40 steel Spydercos so far. And this is the first one. Nope, take it back. This is the third one. I was going to say this is the first one that's not in the burnt orange, but that's not true. We had both, I still have it on my desk. Yeah, we had the Knife Center exclusive with Peckwood. That had HAP 40, and that's the Delica. And then we had the Endora that also had HAP 40 and had the laminate scales. So I was about ready to say this was the only one. Yeah, a lot of HAP 40 so far. I'm recording this in 2017. So we're seeing a lot of HAP 40 coming out. This is the beloved Caly 3. You know, the Caly is a really beloved knife from Spyderco freaks, and I consider myself one of those. The Caly comes in a lot of different sizes. It came from the Calypso from Spyderco, and I love the 3. I have several Caly 3s, a couple of Sprint Runs, because I like smaller knives. And the Caly 3 is about the size and about the thickness to me as a Delica. You know, it's not the same knife. It has different lines when you get to the handle, but pretty much the same kind of, yes, I know it's a little different, but kind of like a Delica. It's very handy. It's very available as an EDC knife. I just love it. And the Sprint Runs are special. This kind of Sprint Run with a Caly 3, if you guys are not familiar with the Caly 3, you know, go try to find one of the regular Caly 3s with FRN scales or something like that before going with the Sprint Run. I love this Sprint Run. I really do. I'm in love with HAP 40 steel because I've been getting a lot of newer knives with HAP 40 steel. And so I'm really falling in love with it. But I'll tell you, this is the kind of Sprint Run to me. And again, I'm just talking about me because I am a huge Spyderco fan. Obviously, I bought a lot of the knives. I'm a big fan of Chris Reeve. I'm a big fan of Browse Blades, but a huge fan of Spyderco. And this to me is like throwing a kiss from Spyderco to their fans. I love when they come out with just wonderful Caly 3s, and this really is one. So let's talk about that blade. Of course, it's HAP 40 steel. With HAP 40 steel, I really haven't talked a lot about the HAP 40 knives in this series, but you'll be seeing a lot of them coming through. I did talk about them with some of the newer buys, but you can see that line right there. Below it is HAP 40 steel. It retains an edge very well. It is hard. And then what Spyderco does is, what they do is they sandwich HAP 40 between two slices of SUS 410 steel. It adds strength to HAP 40. It also adds more rust resistance to the steel, and that's why it's a sandwich with HAP 40 in the middle. But you can see the HAP 40 as the cutting edge below that line. Obviously, the big thing about a sprint run, most sprint runs, sometimes it's the handle, sometimes it's the lock, but most of the time it's the steel. And in this case, this HAP 40 has, the steel is HAP 40. The Caly 3, like I said, is like a Delica. It's 3 inches in length. 3 inches in length. It has, which I love. You guys know I'm a big choil fan because most of my cutting I do like to choke up on it. It just fits well. It's almost a 50-50 choil, which Spyderco does very well. 50% of the choil is blade, the other 50 is handle, so you don't take too much of either one. So the cutting edge is 2.7, just under 2.7 inches. It's that modified, I call it a Spyderco leaf shape. A lot of Spyderco's standard knives have that wonderful leaf shape. Full flat grind from Spyderco. They do that as well as any others too. So this is a huge slicer. All Caly 3s are just wonderful slicers. Very easy to handle. It's only 4.1 ounces, but man, it feels so much lighter. When you look at the handle, the Sprint Run has a green G10 scales. That's one way you can tell that it's Sprint Run. But make sure you see, when you get this on a secondary market or from someone else, any HAP 40, whenever they talk about HAP 40, you make sure that you see on the blade HAP 40 / SUS 410. That's when you know it's the real thing, okay? Just make sure, because, you know, scales are easily removed and placed on a knife. It has full skeletonized liners. It has that wire clip that I obviously love, deep carry wire clip, and that very strong back lock from Spyderco. Jimping going up the front, and of course jimping at the blade part of the choil as well. So it gives you good grip. You're really locked in there. This, my friends, is just a nice knife. When I say Sprint Run from Spyderco, that means that it's a limited edition. Spyderco releases several Sprint Runs throughout the year. There are usually, throughout any given year, 3 different categories of knives, but one of them straight from Spyderco as a limited edition, and that's a Sprint Run. It's a limited edition Sprint Run, which means that it's a variation on a knife that exists already. Usually around 1,000. I've seen somewhere posted that there's 1,200. You know, I think that's probably a guess. It's not in the Spyderco literature, but a good guess. Usually it's 1,000 plus or minus several hundred either way. But just a real nice knife. These are available now, obviously. Sprint Runs do sell out quickly, and then they go to the secondary market, and you know what happens when it goes to the secondary market, right? The price usually goes up. Again, the knife of the day, right now I'm putting it next to a Native and a Delica. In the center, the knife of the day is the Spyderco Caly 3 Sprint Run with HAP 40 steel, green G10, and just a wonderful knife. As a Spyderco fan, I was waiting for this one. Really nice. Hey, this is the knife of the day. I'm Keith Kevin Ken. I'm Kevin from Keith Kevin Ken. Don't forget to like this video to let me know that you want me to continue to go through as we make our way through the 400 or so knives that I have. Not all Spydercos, but we are still working our way through Spyderco. Check out the playlist. There's a bunch of knives, over 150 and growing, so that you can check them out. We do this Monday through Friday. This is a Friday as I record this. I am going to do one on Saturday as well because I have another new sprint run from Spyderco. So we'll do another one tomorrow. Hey, I really appreciate all of you. I really do. Again, like, subscribe, and don't forget, once you subscribe, hit that little bell next to it so you don't miss any of the videos. It's hard to track down videos from people that you're subscribed to when you don't hit that notification. Trust me, I have a lot of YouTube channels that I like and that I'm subscribed to. You guys have a perfect day. Truly have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.